All right, Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. And there's some breaking news. John Beilein gets a 5-year extension with the University of Michigan Wolverines. Go Blue. And if you don't know, I told you guys we're going to cover college as well. I'm adding that content here. Going to cover Michigan and Michigan State. Even though I'm a Michigan fan, I'm definitely going to put the Spartans in rotation for the rest of the subscribers and try to be objective and non-biased as I can against those Sparties. Okay, but John Beilein, as we know it, he was courted by the Detroit Pistons and ultimately pulled himself out the running when it ultimately came down to Ime Udoka, assistant Spurs coach, and now Piston coach Dwayne Casey. And we don't know how big of a threat John Beilein was to Dwayne Casey to ultimately be the Detroit Pistons head coach. But most people thought, and I do believe, that John Beilein used the Piston job as leverage to get an extension or more money at the University of Michigan. He's been to 2 finals, Final Four finals in the NCAA tournament. He's been a fantastic coach. He's been one of the best decisions Michigan's made this decade. And just think about it for a minute, man. I mean, the football team has been atrocious, through Rich Rod and since Lloyd Carr left, through Rich Rod, through Brady Hoke. This is Michigan. Not through Jim Harbaugh. He ain't been doing what he's supposed to do as well. And, yeah. And John Beilein, he crept up, up on the low key and was Michigan's best pick between football and basketball. In those departments when you add them both together. So it's a 5-year extension. The numbers, as far as hasn't come out how much he's getting. Eventually they will come out. Those are never really confidential unless you're dealing like the New England Patriots, somebody like that. But the thing about this is contract extension, which I'll link into the description as well. My sources from ESPN is that each year, I think after the 5 years, if I'm understanding right, an automatic year is added on. Unless John Beilein, decides that he don't want to coach no more, or Michigan decides they don't want him. So, even after the 5 years is up, he gonna have a year added on. At what price, I don't know. He's gonna continue to roll on. He's 65 years old, so I was very, very shocked when he was, playing around with basically being a Detroit Piston. So the Pistons head coach. So I think Michigan is for him. I think college is a safe haven for coaches. If I was to go into coaching hypothetically, which I don't believe I ever will, I would rather go into college. It's more job security. Ultimately, more job security equal more money, and you kind of got control over your roster and recruiting. I know recruiting and a billion recruiting rules are tough, and I think a lot of coaches get tired of recruiting. But you get tired when you go to a medium or small market in the NBA, and you can't get free agents. So you better as well stay in college and recruit. So I'm happy that John Beilein is coming on. I wasn't always a John Beilein supporter coming from West Virginia, but he's able to adjust his offense and adjust his team and defense to his personnel, and that's always a good sign for a coach. Because we was West Virginia, he was having those big, tall guys, stretch fives, and they was playing outside in, shooting a bunch of threes. He still does some of that with the Michigan Wolverines, but he's made adjustments to his players, and that's why he's so successful now. And I think he's the best. He's currently the best coach in the state of Michigan in basketball. No disrespect to Tom Izzo, I think he's starting to slip and lose it. But I think John Beilein, as far as coaching, I think he's the best coach right now in the state of Michigan coaching in basketball. And I think Mike D'Antoni is the best coach in football, bar none. I think it's not close between him and Harbaugh, and that's just my opinion right there, right now. But things can change. But congratulations to John Beilein for playing his cards right. And he's, got a 5-year extension with the Michigan Wolverine. And he probably about to go drop that Lambo. But go Blue. It's Motor City Sports Talk. Everything Detroit. And we covering the college sport teams in our area, in the Southeast Michigan area as well. Much blessings to all the subscribers. I appreciate you guys for rocking out with us. Keep sharing. If you haven't subscribed, come on and join and be part of the Motor City Sports Talk family. And our content is forever growing, and we forever expanding. We haven't been in existence for a year, and we pushing towards a year in September. So appreciate everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and share the videos. Congratulations to Coach John Beilein. He definitely deserves it. U of M, go Blue.